Hi, I'm Dr. Haley Perlus, and welcome to today's Mental Toughness Moment. Fear is a very popular topic in performance psychology, and I want to address that there are different types of fears, and we're going to talk about one specific type today. There is certainly the fear that paralyzes us, that prevents us from taking action, even just one little step. And those fears we really need to work through reframing, some anxiety control, mind-body, body-mind techniques, a lot of work. There are also the fears that are not really going to go away. They're real, but they're also not going to go away because it's kind of the reality of the situation. And so we need to actually kind of become friends with that fear and bring the fear along the journey with us. And then there are fears that are almost irrational. We can definitely dispute, refute, and we need to really laugh them off. And that's the fear that I want to talk about today. And I'll use myself as an example. So there is a mountain biking trail that we have been riding on. It's literally across the street from our house, and it's an hour-ish ride. So it's an easy get up and go trail. And I have done this trail at least a dozen, if not more times. And there's this bridge on this trail. And every single time, without fail, every single time, I anticipate it and I get a little scared about it. I've never missed it. It's definitely wide enough for my tire. It's not even really that high. You can see it's, not super high. And I have the skills to get over the bridge. Yet, for whatever reason, I still am afraid of it. For me, what I've chosen to do, and maybe for some of your fears, what I'm going to recommend that you do, is treat it as if something that I'm just going to, laugh off. Now, I don't want to make fun of myself for being afraid. I don't want to mock myself for being afraid, but I'm going to tell myself, Haley, you're being a little bit silly. Come on. Yes, you know it's coming. Yes, you're afraid. It's nothing. And kind of shake it off without completely putting myself down. And then I go ahead and do it. And then every time after, I literally laugh at myself because I say, it's amazing that still scares you a little bit when, you're good. Like you've got this. But I don't get down on myself for being afraid every single time. I certainly don't put myself down to overcome the fear. And I really don't give it a whole lot of attention. I don't try to figure out why I'm afraid. For me, this particular fear, it is what it is. And I've gotten to a point where I just kind of laugh it off. And I tell myself, Haley, you're just being silly. Come on, let's go. And then after I accomplish it, I give it a little bit more of a laugh. And then I continue along the rest of the trail. So again, this is not for all of your fears. Some of our fears are very real. They're very paralyzing. They stop us in our tracks, and we really need to do the work, both mind and body, to overcome so we can overcome and accomplish what our goals are. And then there are other fears that aren't really going to go away because it's the reality of the situation that we're in. And we almost need to become buddies with that fear. A lot of professional athletes do that. They become buddies with that fear, and the two, meaning the athlete and the fear, they go address the situation and they go attack the situation together. And then there's the third fear. That's a little bit silly. And I'm not going to get on myself. I'm not going to get angry with myself for feeling that fear. I'm just going to make it as light as I possibly can and then go ahead and do it. Try that on for size. Think if you have any fears that are a little bit silly and see if you can not give a whole lot of energy. Just, laugh it off a little bit, shake it off a little bit, and see how that works for you. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave them in the space provided. Go to my website at drhaleyperlus.com, ask me a question, opt in, get some weekly notifications, and until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.